Right, good morning, welcome back. Now this is a fuel tap from a carburetted Honda Blackbird and it's leaking out through the diaphragm valve. So in order to fix that, this is a little bag of genuine Honda parts that form the rebuild kit to put that right. Oh, and just to keep this video short and to the point, I've already taken the tap out, so we're ready to go. But if you don't know how to do that, it really is straightforward. Get the tank up, tip it to one side so the fuel is away from it, and it's 2 bolts. Next to the actual tap handle itself, you'll see 2 Allen bolts. Take them out, withdraw the tap, and there'll be a little filter tube on top of it. Just wiggle that and take it off. Then your tap is there, ready to put in the vise. Easy. Right, first job, support it in the vise. I'm going to use some soft jaws, obviously in the vise, just to protect it. It's a cast aluminium part, so we're not going to squeeze it too hard. We want somewhere decent to hold onto it that's nice and solid, and it's going to be this big chunky cast area where the tap itself is at the bottom. And that'll be a nice place to hold it because it also presents the screws upwards, ready to be undone. Right, something that can save you some grief before you even start is choosing the right size screwdriver to take these tiny little screws out. They're 28 years old and they're minute. So you might think straight away, Japanese part, JIS screwdriver, good. Pop that in, number 1, smallest one, and look, wiggles about. Now if that wiggles about, the chances are it's only touching the middle of the crosshead. And if you lean on it, it's going to chew it up. So go for a number 2 instead. Just test fit until you fill the screw out. And there it is. Lo and behold, the number 2 fits in perfectly. Even when you come to lift it out, there's a bit of resistance like that. So that's filling that screw out perfectly. It's going to get a good purchase on it and it should undo them all nicely without chewing them up. Simple. Right, casting's all clean, ready to assemble. Now I think it's obvious, we all know, with any rubber parts that you're fitting into a motorcycle, it's always a good idea to lubricate them in some way so they slide into place and do their job properly without dragging against the metal parts that they're in conjunction with. We all know that. And I think it's exactly the same with these diaphragms. And what better thing to use than a bit of petroleum jelly? Just a very light smear around the diaphragm, and it allows it to slither into its seat and sit perfectly and seal first time. And any residue that might be left over of this, just flush the tap through with some petrol before you put it on the bike and connect it to the carbs, and it will dissolve any residue away harmlessly, and it will then seal perfectly first time. Right, there we are, all repaired. Now the parts for this are about £75 for that rebuild kit. I got them for £65 from Wimoto, so shop around, get yourself a deal. That easy to repair. It's all about meticulously cleaning what's inside there so there's no debris left. And now the actual tap itself turns beautifully. Nothing leaks out of that, so I'm not bothering to disturb that. It's just the diaphragm at the top that was weeping. Now it's all completely sealed. We can put that back on the bike and it'd be good to go. I'll see you next time.